Welcome back to No Excuses, Just Results podcast. I'm your boy Lamar.
I'm Steve.
Hey man, how you doing today, my brother?
Good. How about yourself, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm hanging in there, man. Just taking it one day at a time, grinding it out,
I understand.
and that's it, man. That's all we can do, really.
That's all we can do.
Hey, I got a question, bro. While I sip on this applesauce.
Oh Lord, what's up?
Nah, in all seriousness,
I'm listening.
do you think the Lakers are gonna keep, or do you think the Lakers' momentum is wearing off?
Um, I'm gonna hold off on saying that, and the only reason I'm gonna say that is because they were dealing with injuries.
Injuries, yes.
But I will say losing three definitely doesn't look good, especially when you're in this playoff hunt.
Yeah, I
I mean,
agree with you.
there's not that many games left,
Yeah.
but I would say the defensive intensity that I saw a few games prior, I'm
Mhm.
definitely not seeing now.
Yeah.
This
And,
is two games that I've seen
mhm.
them giving two separate players 30 points, which is crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Wagner and Barcaro, if I
Yeah.
pronounce his last name right. Yeah.
Yeah, they had 30 last night, but then even if you look at Chicago, you know,
Hey, them guys wasn't scared to play. They was gonna show up and show out.
I get that, right?
Yeah,
But there's no reason in
that is
my
true.
there's no reason in my mind that
Yeah.
the Bulls starting lineup has 31, 12, 36, 14, and 15.
Okay. You making us yeah.
Especially when there's no real superstar on that
Yeah.
squad. I mean, I know Kobe White can definitely hoop, but giving Kobe White 31 points, 36 is crazy.
Yeah.
And then there was a guy. I mean, I haven't watched too much of the Bulls. There was a guy I hadn't even heard of. His name was like Buzilis or something. He gave him 31. So it's like
Yeah.
I can expect that if it's you know um, a Shea, a James Harden,
Yeah.
Jamal Murray, a
Yeah.
Jokic. I can expect it if I'm getting 30 from those guys,
Yeah.
but Basilis and Kobe White giving me 30,
Yeah.
I'm not liking it.
Yeah.
Um,
And
there's
I
no
see I see where you're going. I see what you point out, and it's facts. They really need to patch this leak up before it gets bigger than what it is. And then this is gonna pretty much be a downfall for them. And then you're gonna
Mhm.
get those in the headlines. Oh, was the Luca trade worth it when you could have
Exactly.
kept AD, And right now, those guys, I will say this. Let me point this out
I'm
before I
listening.
get
Go ahead.
into my
What you
theory.
got? What you got?
Lakers are gonna have to really LeBron, I'm put it like this. LeBron's gonna have to find his rhythm coming back from injury.
Right.
Because those guys was playing very well. Well, let me say this: they was winning and losing without LeBron. But those guys, as you notice, AR and Luca kind of found a rhythm
Yeah.
with those two guys. And by putting LeBron back in that picture, we all know chain of command is
Oh yeah.
still, you would say Luca still number one option, but then again, number two option
Well,
goes to
LeBron wants him to be the number one option. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then LeBron would be number two. And I know the other guy, as far as chipping in,
Mm-hmm.
LeBron points kind of take those, it takes those away, those extra shots that those guys was getting in some matter because, um, and I will say this, Lakers gonna have to do a better job communicating on defense, but also not only that, finding a rhythm was best fit them guys. Because I understand LeBron likes to take up the ball, but sometimes in certain situation, if it's better for Luca to take up the ball and LeBron you play off the ball to put yourself in position, because let's just be real. No 3 or 4 is not down low, is not guarding LeBron. And with LeBron, and I'm part of the James family.
I know.
LeBron, I'm gonna say this. He's shooting decent somewhere from the 3-point line. But with LeBron's size and his ability to attack,
Be in the
he needs
post.
to be down low in certain situations and not settle with the three. And
Especially
this
when
is
they super thin.
Yes, and they're super thin. Yes, and this is hurting me to say this because I feel like I'm talking down on my brother, but no, I'm just looking from the outside in, and
I'm
like I
just,
said,
you just giving a critical analysis of what we're seeing, right?
yes, and I honestly think that with LeBron, and I hate this because I can't just it sucks because this is hard for me. One, I'm gonna say
Okay,
this, it's hard for me because I'm talking to a 40-year-old, bro. This shit is wild, bro. This is wild. I'm talking. Let me take my
but
glasses off.
at
I'm
what
talking about
point?
huh?
At what point though do you still hold him accountable? Like I know
I
you're
mean, I
part of the
gotta
game,
hold him
but
accountable. He puts on
that,
a jersey. I gotta hold him accountable. He puts on a
even though he's
jersey where I got.
40,
Yeah.
even though he's 40, we can't let it
Yes.
slide
He's.
that there was
But
several times where you
yes.
know he was throwing his hands up instead of getting back on defense.
Yes. And Luca does that too. And
Yes,
I
they
have to
will.
call that both out. If you can celebrate on offense, you need to get back on defense too.
You're not
Because
gonna
not
always
only
get the
that,
ball.
yes, you might not get all call. You might not have the Shea effect right now, which I call it the James Harden effect back in Houston. You might not have that right now,
Oh, yeah, he
and
was
that's
gonna put
understandable.
it.
But LeBron I can't tell this man how to play, but I can just say from the outside looking in, LeBron, I would really think about staying down low because those guys can't guard you down low. I'm just being real. I know that you have to use more energy being down low, and at your age, bro, you done. Hey, hats off to you, my brother. You have done a hell of a job. When you retire from the NBA, it's gonna be a sad day for everybody. I'm gonna be honest with you. Niggas gonna be out here crying. Niggas gonna be out. It's gonna be a sad day. I'm telling you. I ain't gonna probably go to work, bro. Matter of fact, I ain't going to work. I'm gonna
Okay.
be honest. I'm not going to work. I'm calling out for the rest of the month. I'm calling
Wow.
off. But no, in all seriousness, no. LeBron has done. I ain't gonna say. Well, I'm gonna say this. LeBron has done things that we haven't saw in a while from an NBA player. He's pretty much lasted 3 decades of basketball. Just to keep it real.
Yeah.
Um, but in this situation, I think it'd be better for LeBron to play off ball and allow Luka to control the offense and allow LeBron to facilitate from there. And I understand, but we have to put these guys now defense. We have to tighten up.
A fact.
We got to tighten up.
But what
We
we
have to
talked about
tighten.
is also coming back to bite them though. Um,
No rim protector.
they super small.
Well, no rim
But
protector at all, bro. You see, Dwight was at the game last night.
uh, we not gonna
I'm,
get
I'm
on
just
that.
saying he was at
But
the game. That's all I'm
what I'm
saying. He was just
what I'm
at the
gonna say
game.
is the one thing I noticed, teams are definitely picking on Luca defensively.
Who wouldn't? I know you
So,
would. If you was out there, you would.
but I'm just saying, like teams are picking on Luca.
Yeah.
But then also, like you said, that no rim protection, but then also getting critical rebounds, right?
Yes. We
Um,
don't have error. We don't have time or error for second chances for guys to get the second chance and get into their offense again. We don't have time for that. LeBron is at 40, dog.
it's
What
too
more
late.
can we ask for him?
It's too late in the season.
Yeah,
It's
it's too late.
it's just I man, it's just I don't know at this point what they can do, man. It's too late. Um, I don't even know if they can bring in somebody like, but
I don't even think so, bro. I don't
but
even think.
I
I
mean I'm
think the
just
trade
looking at it
deadline is
like
over with.
you know it's turnovers,
Yeah,
it's rebounds, not getting back on defense. Rotations are crazy.
yeah,
But I mean, to lose to, I get Orlando, right? Orlando's up and coming. They can get hot. They can go crazy.
yeah,
But in my opinion, a loss to the Bulls is
yeah,
unacceptable.
yeah. I agree with you.
Because
You know what? You want me to tell you what? You want me to tell you what their level of play was when they probably went in that game? It's the Bulls. We just gonna play. We got LeBron back. He's just gonna go out here and do his thing. He might score 15 to 17. He might score 15 to 24 points, and we're gonna win and just leave it. Playing with a lack of urgency. and taking that team for granted, their
No
talent for
inconsistency.
granted.
Yep.
And I think that's what really happened, bro. That's just my opinion for
I mean,
Missouri.
you make a good point. Chicago had nothing to lose.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a young team. They didn't
yeah,
have to feed. They were just, but it's still,
yeah,
even like early in the season, I felt like a loss to Brooklyn.
yeah.
Like there's teams that I feel like you shouldn't lose to, especially teams that have, won only a handful of games throughout the entire season. Like I feel
Yes.
like there's no reason to lose to Brooklyn, especially if you're trying to be the top of the Western Conference. No, you can't
My
lose to
point
Brooklyn.
exactly.
You can't lose to Chicago. I mean, they it was just. I
It's
mean, at that
dysfunctional.
point, yeah,
It
it's
seems like it seems like you
concerning.
guys haven't played together. You guys are not communicating. It's like you haven't went back to the one-on-one skills of basketball. You guys are not communicating. You guys are not rebounding. You're not boxing out anybody. You're not talking. You're not running the offensive hard enough. And then on top of that, you feel like you're just forcing shots, but not actually getting back on defense. Like come on, guys. Let's just be real. And I know JJ sees all this, and I know he's
You should, yeah,
at the end of the day, he's in a harder position because he has to find a way to talk to these guys for them guys to get
true,
to understand what
true.
he's saying. Because what we're saying, sometimes you can't go in that attitude and talk to a LeBron like that.
Yeah, it's a
Now
tough situation because
it's different
yeah,
because LeBron is the face, somewhat still the face of the NBA, and I would say talking to LeBron like that sometimes can get you up out of there. Two, it can either he can accept it and respect it and be like, you know what, I got you, coach, or tell you to sit down. I'm the coach.
and that's a problem, right?
Yes, and that can be a problem. But we are not saying this podcast, no excuse, just result podcast. We're not saying that is happening. We're just saying like
If it is, that's a problem.
you know what I'm saying, that can be happening. You know what I'm saying? So it just sucks though for that to, you know, I hate it for the Lakers, and I think the momentum, they're right there, man. They're right there, dude. And I think they need to just tighten it up, patch up the leaks, and do what is needed. Guys need to sacrifice and play their roles and understand their roles. Most importantly, understand their roles and just play hard out there. Let me correct that. Um,
So I
yeah,
mean, I'm looking at it right now, right?
yeah.
If we're just looking at the West, I mean,
It's tough, bro.
they're
It's
fourth
tough.
place right now, but Memphis is right there. Golden State is 2 games back,
Yeah,
and that's just for
yeah,
avoiding the play in. When you look at the play in, um, LA, Minnesota, they 3 games back. You know, them dropping to where out of the play in is probably highly unlikely because Sacramento and Phoenix are both 8 games back. But just with their age, they probably want to avoid that play in.
yeah.
And you don't have that many games to play with. Like,
That's true.
let's be honest. Going 5-5 in your, I mean, I'm sorry, going 3-7 in your last 10 is
It's not.
unacceptable.
It's unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
Yeah,
So I mean, I just need them. They got to lock in, bro. It's
yeah,
getting too late in the year for them to play around. They got to lock in.
yeah,
I mean, it's kind of frustrating as a Laker fan seeing this, especially some of them games you sitting there, you like, bro, come on now. But I
yeah,
mean, even if I'm looking at just like, so if we look at their remaining schedule, right?
yeah,
Um, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say these are guaranteed wins, but
yeah,
Indiana, that's you never know how Indiana plays, and
yeah,
plus it's Indiana at home.
yeah,
They're a tough team to beat at home.
yeah. They are. They're a tough team. We all know that. I mean, my
Yeah,
old Miami Heat back in 2012, going
I
against
mean it's a
Paul.
different team. It's
Yeah,
a
it's a
different
different
team
team
again,
playing in
but
Indiana.
it's still tough.
Yeah,
They got Chicago in Chicago.
that's
Um,
tough.
they got Memphis in Memphis,
That's tough.
which if all things go well, your boy we're trying to be there. We'll see how that go.
When is that game, bro?
The 29th
What month?
this month, so in 4 days.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah.
How much are the tickets going for?
Uh, we ain't gonna talk about that right now.
All right.
After that, they got to play Houston in LA.
Yeah.
Then Golden State in LA,
Yeah.
um, New Orleans in LA. Then they have two back-to-back games in OKC, the 6th and the 8th of April. Now,
So they'll just stay down there.
depending on how far Oklahoma is ahead of everybody, they may be resting kids,
Yeah.
but you still got to come in. And then April 9th, they go to Dallas.
Yeah.
AD may be out for blood. He just came back. That'll be
I
Luka's
think
first
he
time in
is. I
Dallas.
think he'll be out for blood. He's definitely gonna suit up for that game. He's definitely no matter what. I
I
think
mean, it's
AD's
Luka's first game in Dallas. Luka may try to
yeah.
go crazy.
I think
And
AD's gonna
then
suit up for that game.
Houston and then Portland.
It's a
You know,
tough
if I'm
schedule.
It's tough. I feel like Chicago and Portland should be definite wins because of just their team makeups, but the way that
They playing. They
they're
can
playing,
win that
you
game.
never know. And then
Yeah.
Memphis is still in the hunt. Like Memphis is gonna try to knock our heads off because right now they right behind us.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, Golden State, they're in that hunt, so they're gonna try to come
Yes.
at us. And they've been playing way better with Curry and Butler. The only thing that might save LA is I don't know how far. Well, I mean, I know they said Curry was hurt. I don't know how long he's out, or even
It's
if
a
he is.
tailbone, right? Tailbone, something like that.
I know he fell and hurt something.
Yeah.
So, I think that'll be big.
Yeah.
I know you probably gonna kill me for this, but New Orleans, as long as they hold down
Hey,
McCollum.
just don't disrespect Zion.
No, I'm gonna say as long. No, I'm gonna be honest with you. As long as they keep McCollum in check,
Yeah.
that should be cool.
He's
Because I've
sneaky.
been watching some games and he's been going crazy.
He's sneaky, bro. He's sneaky.
Yeah. OKC, like I said, it depends on if they
Rest the kids. Yeah.
rest. Dallas, outside of AD, let's be honest, they barely got bodies. So,
Yeah, because a lot of their players are out.
bro, I seen they was playing with 8 one game. Like I looked at the bench and it was literally 2 dudes on the bench. I was like, yo, this is crazy. So, I mean, that should be a winnable game too. Like I know AD gonna get his points. AD probably gonna go off, but there's no reason they lose to that team.
I guess I put it like this.
Houston might rest some cats. That's 2 games before the end of the season, and they pretty up high in the standing. So Houston may rest, but then also Portland. Like you can't lose to a Portland. Like no offense, but it's Portland. Unless we got the playoffs locked up and you want to rest some people, I get it. But there should be no reason we lose to Portland. Especially if Luka and LeBron play.
I would just say this: those guys gonna really have to take it serious. Last couple games. I mean, the rest of the remaining season, they're gonna have to take it serious, and then be smart about resting players, certain players, as I was saying. Yeah. So I guess we just have to see.
Lock in.
Yeah, we got to lock it. Definitely got to lock in.
We too old to be in that play-in. We too old.
Yeah, we are. We ain't got time to be running and gunning with them young teams, bro.
No,
because we ain't got. I mean, if we get them to play our game, they in trouble. But we have to play their game, we're definitely in trouble.
But my thing that I'm trying to say to you is this: is what I want you to think about, right?
Uh-huh.
Let's say, the season ended today, right?
Uh-huh.
And let's just say I don't want to say for shits and giggles, but let's just say, just for the sake of conversation, let's say that the Clippers jumped up into the playoffs and LA was in the play-in.
Yeah.
First game is against Minnesota. That's gonna be tough because Ant's gonna be playing well. They got a lot of players on there. Reed, Gobert.
Yeah,
Reed got Julius Randle.
Reed.
He's starting.
Reed came from LSU, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Julius Randle starting back, getting healthy. That's a tough team you deal with.
Yeah.
And if you beat them, then you either play in Houston or Denver, depending on their seeding.
Yeah. And Denver's been having our card for the last 3 seasons.
Right. So then you would play the winner of Sacramento and Phoenix.
Yeah.
I would expect Phoenix to come out of that, but you never know. But I mean, even Phoenix got the big 3: Bill, Booker, Durant.
Yeah.
Tough. If they get cooking. I mean, if they get going, they can cook.
Yeah.
But then even if you look at Sacramento, right? They got Levine.
Yeah.
They got DeRozan. They got Sabonis. That's tough. So if I was them, I would avoid them because that is a tough matchup. I
It
mean,
is.
sitting at number 4 right now, bro, they play Memphis, and we've had some success with Memphis,
Yeah,
but it's the West is tough, man. The West
it
is tough.
is. It's a tough conference. It is. It is. It's very tough for them to go them guys to go over there and play
I'm ready
and
to see
keep.
how it's gonna shake out. Like I'm ready to see that final um
Yeah,
that final order. We can
yeah,
definitely have a conversation about who we think winning these series, but
yeah.
hey, it's gonna be a fun time when that playoff roll around.
I would say for our viewers and for everybody that's listening, tuning in with the number one podcast in the world.
Speaking
I'm
into
claiming
existence.
that. Yeah, you got to speak it, man. I would say we just got to wait and see. But
Yes.
most importantly, we have hopes that the Lakers will make adjustments and play the game of basketball at a high level.
Get it together.
Yeah, get it together. Well, hey, my brother, I appreciate you again,
I
man.
appreciate you,
And
brother.
hey, make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel and tell your friend, tell your cousin, tell everybody about us. This is the podcast where you can get the latest news of what's going on in the sports industry, and we dibble and dabble in the hip hop industry as well from time to time. But once again, we're not trying to get messy. This ain't that type of platform.
This ain't
But
that type of party.
yeah, but we do have real talks, real conversations though.
Yeah.
We you might have that. You might catch that on certain episodes where we might just talk about what we're going through. You know what I'm saying? Or stuff like that. So you never know what you'll get. But in overall, we just want to talk about just every day what you're seeing on Sports Center, what you're seeing in life, and what you're going through. So we'll let you know from all points of angles. But once again, I'm your boy Lamar.
I'm Steve.
Thank you for joining No Excuse Just Result podcast. Peace.